Okay, so we are back to talk about what we're going to be doing for this incubation process. So in this room, we typically have 2 chairs and a little desk or a little table, side table, and it's kind of a seating area that we could just try to make sure that we are having conversations and chats and things like that. But what I did, for the sake of the chicks, I moved all of that, the 2 side chairs, and I moved the table over. I moved the table to the side. I moved the 2 side chairs over to the dining room so that we could have space for the eggs. So the Nurture Right 360 is to my right. Now, let me tell you about what I have going on. Got a lot going on. This is 1 dozen of what appears to be some sort of brown egg that I was gifted, along with 4 of these guinea eggs. I did pay for these 12 right here. These 12 are one thing, and then I have, did I get messed up? I have 4 leg bars, and so they lay exclusively blue and green. And then I have something else to share with you. I ordered in and I received some eggs from the Naked Gardener. And so I have been sharing them all over Instagram if you follow me over there. And if you're not following me, you should, because I kind of share things there before I finalize them and decide how I want to share them here. It's just a really quick way to stay updated. So there is one missing here, and that is because during shipment, 2 of them got cracks, and that's okay. Let me tell you why in a second. So this one has a crack right here on the top, and this one has a crack that just kind of goes throughout it, but it's totally okay because the Naked Gardeners are just so phenomenal. Not only did they give me a handwritten note, and they sent me a little bit of their favorite salt, but they also included extra eggs to make up for the event that an egg broke and transport. So they are so wise and so smart and just so beautiful. And so here are the other ones that I have as well. And so let me explain how things are gonna go. This incubator can hold 22 eggs, and I'm sure that you can see that I have a lot more than 22. I have 4 dozen plus I have almost really 4.5 dozen. And this is how it's gonna work. I am talking about the Nurture Right 360 right now that fits the 22 eggs, but also I have another egg incubator that's on the way, and it will be here tomorrow. So these eggs are going to be started 24 hours before the other ones, 24 hours before the other ones will be started. So I'll have a good sample in this and a good sample in that. So let's talk about how we're going to break it up. So I have 2 dozen from the Naked Gardeners, and so what I did was thankfully she labeled hers with numbers. Actually, Lonnie, go give me a pencil. I think that will be good. So what I'm gonna do is, I have one. So what I'm gonna do, thank you baby, is I am choosing the older ones to start 1 day early. So I'm gonna just move this box to the side because everything in here was picked like the 1 day after, which is totally fine. But I am going to start this one using these right here. So what I want to do, since I do have space for 22, what I want to do is add 10 from the Naked Gardener. I want to add 5 of the brown ones. I want to add 5 of this mixed ones right here that I shared with you, and I also want to take 2 guineas, and that's going to give me a sample of 3 things. The guineas, which are actually from 2 different people. One person gave me 3, one person gave me 1. The brown eggs is for 1 person local, the blue ones are for 1 person local, and then these are shipped. So it's giving me a really good sample of a lot of things here, and I'm just setting all this up now because I'm trying to set up the behind the scenes for what's to come and take place the next couple of days. So without any further ado, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I am going to mark. It's just with a pencil. I read it's totally safe. So I'm going to just double check that none of these have cracks. And I'm just going to mark on one side with and X. And actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and do something like this so that I know that these are from the Naked Gardener. So anything with this will be the Naked Gardener. And so I do have a little notebook here, and I'm going to just write that down on my key that this is the Naked Gardener egg. And then hopefully soon I'll have my own little planner thing that I can share that with. So I am going to go ahead and actually take the top off of here so that we can go ahead and begin things just a little bit. Yeah, you hold it for just a moment.
It's hot in here, Mom.
So I've read all the instructions. I tried to follow them to a T. So what I have to do now, it said on here, I've already ran it, I've already added the water. It says eggs need to be set laying flat with their pointed ends facing inwards to the center of incubation. And so this is the pointed center, and they said that it should be facing flat. So I am going to just move this over a little bit that you might be able to see it a little bit better, hopefully. I don't want to move it too much, but it's okay. We haven't started really yet. Okay. So we have one egg. I don't want to handle it too much, but I do just want to make sure that there are no cracks. So there's another one. I'll give you one in a minute. Aaron. And what I want to do is I want to give it a good variety of front and back, because I feel like that's going to give me a better result. And this was packaged very well. I'll show you guys how it was packaged in a moment. That pointy end was a little more trickier to tell. I said I was going to do 2. That's 3, 6. Let's do this one. 7. And another way I could just lift it up from the bottom as well. And this is what it looks like that came on top, and that's what's underneath as well. Okay. Okay. So we have just a few more. There is one that slipped through. How many more do we need, guys?
We need 14. 2 more. 13 or 14. We need 2 more of these.
We want to have 10. So how many more do we need to have? 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We
10.
have 3,
Yeah.
6, 9,
This
and
is
10.
10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're done.
Yeah,
So we will save these 3 to go into the next set. Have the box that is right here. And I'm just going to stick these last 2 into the box. And I am just going to move this
I'll take the puppies
out of the way. Next up, we have the brown ones. I think it's pretty obvious, the brown ones, because there are no other. Well, this one has a brown one, but I'll make sure that I nestle it with that. And I mean, it's still a pretty clear distinction. So next up for the brown ones, maybe I'll still do a marking. Maybe I'll do a heart. So we're going to do the same thing, point it outward, point it outward, point it outward, point it outward. And I'm sorry that it's not as bright in here. This is a darker space, and we do have blackout shades or curtains. So we have 3, 4, 5, and that's exactly what I wanted us to have. I wanted us to have 5 of these. So we're going to stop right there with the 5. Okay, maybe I won't do that. And so we're going to leave these right here, but I do want to go ahead and take these right here. And these are the guineas. So I am going to put a G on these, and I want to have, you know, maybe I'll do one of these over here so that this one can go here, because I'm doing 2 guineas, so I want to have a representation there. But actually, you know what? I did the research, and it gets less humidity back here, so actually I changed my mind. I'm going to do both of my guineas right here in the back because it gets less humidity, and when the eggs need more humidity, the guineas aren't quite ready for that yet. So with that being said, I'm glad that I wrote that down and I saw that in my notebook. Okay, so the 2 guineas are gonna, the 2 guineas, oh boy. So the 2 guineas are going to be pointed this way now. And then we have 3, 4, 5. And remember, that's what I told you that I wanted for the other ones. I wanted 5. So I am just going to go ahead and slide this out of the way. And everything will just stay here because we'll start this next batch tomorrow. So this is the last one. So far we have a heart, we have a star, we have a G, and for this one we are going to do, we'll do a O. So for this one we're going to point it upward, and what I'm just trying to do is give it space in the top and space in the bottom. I think that that would be really, really well. You can go wash your hands and you can do the last one. So I'm just putting O's on here. Would you like to do one, Aaron?
Yep, but I'm holding this community.
Okay, I'll take care of that. So Lonnie, you can come on over here and you can put this one right here. Just wait, Aaron.
Right. Oh, come on, there is just going up, Mom. Is that good?
Here, put it right there. Very gently. That's the wrong way. Turn it to the pointy end.
Wait, Mom,
yes.
Can I make that?
I'm gonna make it, and I'll let you put it down. And we have a white one. And we have an O here. And then we are going to put this one pointy side this way. Yes. So at this point, we have everything put in there. The temperature is going down. That did take a little bit of time. The humidity did go down, but everything will pick back up in a second. Until it gets to the end, it doesn't need to be open all the way. So they recommend that you do it about 1/2 closed, 1/3 at the least. So we're gonna watch this humidity go back up. Right now, it's already going up. It's already 50, and this is 88.9. Look, it's already 89. So this is going up. I'm gonna go ahead and close this. I'm gonna make sure that I have everything documented properly. The guineas got the G, and then the heart was for the brown ones, and then the O was from the local. So this is so that I can have a good record of that. Now let me take you off this tripod. Sorry that this video wasn't perfect. You know, perfect is not my goal. It's not my aim. It's just really to document the journey. And that's what I'm doing here with my children. We have some observations that we're doing. We have some hypotheses. We have some questions. We're trying to compare and contrast. We're looking at local egg versus shipped eggs. We're looking at a lot of things here. And I'm super excited. Again, these eggs right here are just going to stay here until they started turning on its own. These are just gonna stay here until tomorrow. And like I said, the one that I have coming can fit 36 eggs. So I have a system for what I'm going to be putting in there, but essentially it's going to be everything that you see here. All of this will be getting in there. And we have one more thing that we need to do over here, and that is that we need to display the days to hatch. So that is what we need to go ahead and do. And I just click that button and it says day 21. And that's it. So we know that we're on day 2. We have 21 days to hatch. Look, it's already made it up to 90 degrees. The humidity is already to 57, which is good. I really wanted it at 55, but that's okay. And it's okay, honey. And then the last thing is, earlier we did test this in there for a good little while, and we found that it was very, very similar. There was very little difference between the two, so I don't need to have that in there because this is pretty accurate. It's been pretty accurate all day. So I'm going to put this in the one that comes tomorrow. I've documented the time that I've started it. I've kind of documented what I did, when I did it, all that, just so that I can have the documentation for it. And so this is going to be it. I am going to come back here. I think it says to water every 12 hours. I'll definitely be checking on this, making sure that it doesn't need water. I'm going to be making sure that this humidity doesn't get, below the 50 mark. I'm going to be checking this temperature to make sure that it gets up to where it needs to be, which I think is the 99 or 99.5. And I'm going to just have my eyes open, and that's why I placed it here. This is a pretty warm room of the house. And again, it's right beside my bed. So I'll be here. I'll be checking on it. I wake up typically 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be able to see and document every little thing. And so I'm super, super excited about that. That's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to show me setting it up and just go a little bit further to explain how I did things, why I did things the way that I did it, so that you can get a better understanding later on if you decide to follow me and my family along this journey, so that you can understand why we did what we did the way we did it. And then we can have some really good data when it's time to do some comparisons, some observations, when we're going to find out, are local eggs just as good as shipped eggs? Are shipped eggs just as good as local eggs? When we find out, is the one from Amazon that was 1/3 of the cost, is it just as good as this one? So there's a lot of things. Stay tuned. I appreciate you watching the video. Again, it's to document our journey, finding our way, learning something new. This was very simple, very easy. I'm very pleased with this. I would definitely recommend it already. I mean, you just can't, I feel like you can't get any easier than what it's been. The directions were simple, like really clear, and my kids helped me, and even they understood it. So I'll be back soon to share more with you, and until then, blessings.